You know, like.
Bunch of fugazi.
So, are you gonna recap what just happened?
Against my will. The city don't want to see this. I mean, let me rephrase that. The city want to see the Knicks recap because they got their ass clapped. That's what the city want to see. But right now it's raining hard as hell because the Nets lost too, and that's unacceptable. Dallas is Dallas. Pretty much right now in the NBA world, no one is happy unless you live in Boston, or I guess unless you're a Clipper fan. Y'all got some bad weather. Yup. On this weekend of all weekends. Play with the resub. Let's go. I hate that plays here too. Thank you, my friend. Welcome back to the gang. But, oh man, do we really have to sit here and recap these games?
Hey, it's up to you.
It's like what I said before, though. The only way we will lose to the Celtics is if Jason Tatum drops 50 points a game. So that's one 50-point game out the way. He ain't got 3 more in him. We're going to come back on Sunday and just clap their ass by 50. We not smoking. No, we're not smoking. This is a smoke-free stream today. We not smoking any packs but the Knicks. Man, today's a sad day for the city.
So a huge task for these Boston Celtics.
We
Badly
lighting the New York
outplayed in game
Sage.
2. Inside, layup, reverse won't go. Tristan Thompson's tip
the Nets
misses.
will never lose
Chris
like
Kemba
ever
Walker
again.
missed 29
look at
games
this
in
hot
the regular
start.
season
Look at this.
with the knee problems. Joe Harris knocks down
Honestly,
the 3.
when
How
Joe
about the
is
start from
all
Harris
they
in
need to
game
do
2?
is just make
Stevens
Joe
telling us
shoot.
that
I said
earlier
it last
today
time.
as Durant
Give
fires
Joe
up
the
a 3.
ball and just let him pop
And the
off.
long distance dialing in early for the Brooklyn Nets. 7 assists. Hasn't had to
New York
explode
rolls
offensively
today.
scoring. Steps
The
back,
city of
knocks
New
down
York
the 3, and Harden with 10 points in the first
is
couple
in
of
pain
minutes.
because of
Start
that
2
ball.
for 10. Harden back to Durant.
We're okay
Durant
with the Knicks
pass
losing.
gets to Harden. Joe Harris 3-pointer. That's good. Now, what
But
a
look at
start
this.
for
Joe
the
started
Nets.
off hot again.
Durant double
And then
block
what
from
they start
behind
doing?
by Tatum.
ISO it.
Tatum goes at Blake
Like, if you're
Griffin,
going to
gets
let Joe
inside,
go off,
lays it up and
let
in.
him go off. And you know what's crazy?
Tatum fakes, now drives on Durant, flips up
I
a
went to
wide
the
shot,
bathroom.
he puts it in. He thought he
Like
got
around
that as
like
well.
the second quarter beginning, I went to the bathroom.
Slot,
I
right to the
came
rim.
back and somehow I just
Harden
looked at my
step
phone
back
and
three
hit Chris
is
talking
good.
shit.
James Harden 4
And I'm
for
like,
4
what?
from the
We're
field.
losing? I
Got
get back to the
13
TV.
points.
Get to his spot.
We're down like 6 or something like that.
Smart
And I'm like,
drives
what?
on Griffin gets inside, draws the foul, shot's good.
So I blame myself for this ball.
Well, draw the foul.
Had this held it in
Celtics
for the
started
next
2
2
for
hours,
11. They've
we
hit their
would have won
last
the game.
5 from the field to cut it to 7. Durant gets inside, shoots over Tatum. That's just indefensible.
I do want to say this
Durant
though,
guarded by Tatum.
Kyrie,
On the baseline,
if you
puts
gonna
it
play
in.
like this,
Kevin
just don't
Durant
come to
now
the
4
arena.
of 6 from the field, 9 points here in the first.
He has to
Sunday.
be there, like you say.
after watching today's game, I am more than convinced that I can drop 20 on Kyrie. I am convinced I can drop 20 on Kyrie. Me and Kyrie 1v1. I may not win, but I can drop 20 on Kyrie. That's what I learned today.
Okay.
BRB movie night till you start Cold War. That's probably like 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna try to recap all these games
later,
as fast as possible,
17,000.
so we can take advantage of the double XP.
Langford tries. Langford hits.
You won't score.
Does it against
Oh
Claxton.
no! After watching what Tatum was
Shot
doing,
clock
which was
winding
really
down.
nothing
Tatum steps
special,
back. Shot is good.
I can drop 20 on
Double
Kyrie.
figures already here in the first quarter.
But let's arrest them when they do something like
You
that.
gotta let her know.
Tatum
So
with
you're
a steal
dominant.
on a bad
Be like,
pass
sorry,
from
I gotta go play
Claxton.
some Cold
Fires
War.
a three. Got it. Jason Tatum from downtown to 14. Now down
But
to
mark
8.
my words. For game 4,
Smart three-pointer.
Marcus Smart is not shooting like he's Curry again. We're not going to give Jalen
Being
and
out
we're not going to
will
give Jason
impact
Tatum
them.
these things.
And is a negative.
We're not going to allow
Nice
Kyrie
long
to
Harden
keep
to
switching.
Claxton. Green
We're going to change
has,
so much in
plantar
game 4.
fasciitis in his left foot. He's Tatum inside, flips it up, shot won't go. Tristan
Cold
Thompson
War.
battling on the offensive board.
I said Warzone.
He's one of the elite
I said Chris had to
offensive
download
rebounders in the
Warzone
game.
because to get to the Cold War trial,
Tatum
you
against
need
Claxton,
Warzone.
Step back corner three. It's good.
So Chris got to
Jason
download
Tatum
Warzone
16.
to go
Good
download
minutes.
the Cold War
DeAndre
trial.
Jordan hasn't played so far, but he's given him good minutes as Langford hits another three. And
How about this performance
Yeah.
here in Game 3? Shot clock at 5.
Sitting on PS5.
Harden to
Alright.
Harris. Harris
It's
leans
the
in.
weekend.
Because Jamella's still
Back
want
to
to hit level
Thompson.
200, and she's
Aggressive.
at like what, 125?
Nice fake. Right-handed
123?
flips it up and in. Tristan Thompson, 10 points and 7 rebounds.
So the goal here is to
again.
get to at least 150, and because
Wild
it's raining
pass,
all weekend,
Langford.
that should not be
Langford
hard
finds
at all.
Fournier. Fournier,
You know,
nice
so
turnaround
anytime
shot.
going outside, it's like really
Rattles
solid.
around,
Yeah, I know.
drives
So I think it
through.
shouldn't be
That's
hard
his
at all.
first field goal.
Probably
that all
update
started
like
out of the
always.
double team of Tatum.
The game updates
Getting
like
the
every
ball
Thursday,
moving.
at least for PC it does.
Harden gets inside
I'm not
and
sure what the
easily
PSN
scores.
situation there is.
Irving so far 0 for
Here's
3,
one thing I
hasn't
will say.
scored. Has a couple
With
of
how
assists.
Kyrie played today,
Gets in the paint. Pritchard plays him well.
we should have lost by
but
way
Irving,
more.
Little double clutch there.
Like,
Gets his
they
first
were
bucket.
in his
And the
head.
lineup changes.
They
and the
really
different
came
roster
at
moves.
this guy. Anytime he got the ball, they booed him.
Again,
And you can
it's
tell,
easy.
even though Kyrie
You
tried to
coach,
tell
Mike.
himself he
You
was
coach
ready,
and you win
he was
with talent
clearly
in
not
this
ready
game.
for it.
I can't overemphasize that enough.
Man was
No,
missing
stop.
shots,
Okay, I'm
missing
just making
layups he
sure.
always made. Like, his head was not in
Like
the
that
game.
talent right there.
Then on top of that,
That
he was just
talent has
getting bodied
13
by
points
Jason
here in the
Tatum.
first half. Nice feed inside.
Like, the man
Williams
finally showed up
passed
43
a
minutes
layup.
later.
Back out to Tatum for 3, and that's good. He gets the bounce.
Yeah, see, when I saw that shot go in, I said, okay, we might be screwed.
Blake
Because
Griffin,
at that point, you're just getting
the
lucky
spin
bounces.
move. The finish is good. He got hit in the head too, and then he caroms into Tatum as he goes up the floor while he was
But like,
arguing
this
with
game
the
does not
official.
surprise me at all.
Playing with great
The
energy on the
Celtics came out
defensive
with
end.
all that
Tatum gets
energy. The
inside
crowd fed
and
them as
finishes.
well.
A 21
Like,
point
Blake, you
first
said
game
imagine
for
a full house.
This
Well,
is
guess what? Sunday,
With a head
it's
of
going to be pretty
steam
much sold out in that
Back to the
arena.
rim.
Because
Durant
their
the
rules
runner.
changed on Sunday
And
or
banks it home.
tomorrow. I forgot what day it was. But I know
Really
the game
pleased with
itself
how
is on Sunday.
He's acclimated himself with his new team.
So that'd be
Fournier
their
gets
first
inside,
time having
comes
a
up
full
short.
arena
Thompson.
in a whole year.
That's his 7th offensive rebound.
So if
What
Kyrie
the record
frazzled
is for
today with
offensive
like
rebounds
what,
in the first half.
a third of the arena being there, imagine
Durant
like
knocks down another. Well,
95%.
the most offensive rebounds in an entire NBA playoff game.
Control of the basketball.
Like
Took advantage
for their
of Blake Griffin's
practice,
switch.
Smart to
Kyrie
steal.
better
Behind
like
the
they better have like
back
a
goes to
whole
Thompson for the
soundboard
slam.
of how Celtic
And the
fans sound,
Celtic defense
and just play that
instrumental
for the
in this
next 2 days of
turnaround.
practice.
He left the team. He told the fans that he was going to resign. He even talked about raising his number in the rafters as Durant knocks
And this is
down
the reason why they hate
three-pointer.
Kyrie. That reason
Kemba
right
Walker
there.
goes down the lane, layup short, right there on the foul.
gonna be
Thompson,
lit.
but he can't finish.
It's going to be lit if ESPN doesn't mute them.
Harden back to Durant.
Because I was trying
and
to tell
the
Chris
slam.
earlier, like, because he was like, "Oh, your TV's broken, your game sound's broken." Like, no, my TV's not broken. I know what I'm talking about.
Turnaround is good. 29 for
Like,
Tatum.
ESPN muted the
Kyrie
Knicks
Irving
series.
in every two-man game.
Like, you can hear the crowd,
Harden
but very
short, but the
faintly.
rebound deflected back out and goes to Durant.
Like, as soon as I switched to
and Durant knocks
ABC and
down his
whatnot,
third
you
three-pointer.
can hear the crowd, you can
Timeout,
hear everything.
Boston. Again, that
Then they started
7-foot
chanting,
length, tough
"Fuck
to get
Kyrie
around.
Irving,
Tatum
fuck
spin.
Kyrie,
Back
fuck
up to
Kyrie."
Smart. One dribble,
Then
three-pointer.
they lower down the crowd,
It's
start
good.
blasting music over
Smart,
it.
his third three-pointer.
I
Fast and
guarantee
get
you,
stopped.
Sunday they're gonna do the
I
same
don't even
thing.
care if your hands are up.
Lower down the crowd
Just
value.
don't foul on those type of shots.
And part of the problem is you're running. That's just another ball.
I'm sorry, but
Right there.
I feel like
Langford
they should change the
isolated
3-point,
all
like the
alone.
4-point play
Shots.
rule.
And part of the problem is you're.
Shots.
And part of the problem.
Shots.
And part of the bonehead. foul
Like
right
things
there.
like that, I have always hated as a basketball fan.
Right.
When they give you like a 4-point play off of things that really should not be a foul. I'm sorry, but if you got the shot off and whatnot, you're good. Like if your hands are already in the air, the ball already left and whatnot, it's already halfway to the hoop, but now you're on your way back down. I'm sorry, that should not be a foul. I always call those fouls bailout fouls. There is nothing wrong with your jump shot at that point. All you got to do is land it. And by then, the shot's already out of your hand. And in this situation, I believe Marcus Smart kicked forward, a.k.a. pulled the Reggie Miller shit, and he got lucky for it.
Foul on those type of shots.
And part of the problem.
Like, look at that. That's not a foul. That man fully extended his leg towards Kyrie, stepped on Kyrie, fell backwards, foul.
You do know they're gonna be favoring for the home team.
Yeah, I know. Because I even said that at Barclays. I said I guarantee you Friday at TD is gonna be amazing for the wrong reasons. I mean, look at the Knicks game that we're gonna go right into after this. It was the same thing there where I just sat there dumbfounded like, what?
On those type of shots.
And part of
Like, there is no reason for you to be this extended in a jump shot. What are you trying to do, a split?
I don't even care if your hands are up.
Like, I want to see
Just
where he
don't
begins.
foul on those type of shots.
He begins here. So I'm going to hit the space button to see where he ends.
and part of the
Houseway. That's not a foul. I'm sorry. Play on.
problem is you're running. That's just another bonehead foul right there.
When the NBA gets rid of that rule,
Isolated all
it
over
will
with
greatly
Kevin Durant.
improve the sport. Quality of life improvement.
Drives the runners up and good.
That's not why we
Gas
lost,
step
but
two.
still.
Up top, Smart. Three-pointer.
But I'll say it again.
It's good.
Marcus Smart will not
Marcus
shoot
Smart.
like this ever again.
Another big game. He's got 21. The lead back up to 7.
His name is Marcus Smart,
right
not Marcus
back to
Curry.
Tatum. Kyrie Irving guarding him. Draws the foul. Shot's good. And
As for
one.
Tatum, he was just hot
Jason
today.
Tatum with a chance
Well,
for a
I said it
three-point
before.
play.
He
And the
will
lead
only
has been up
win
now to
games if
13.
he drops 50 a game.
Tatum, little stutter step, crossover, step back, three-pointer, puts it in. Jason Tatum.
The next
on
reason why we
fire.
lost,
He's got 38.
Give him the
pretty much
basketball.
no
Get out of his
one
way.
showed up. Like, our role players
Marcus Smart back to
did not
Tatum.
come to play. They
Tatum
stopped
pull
feeding
back
Joe.
a two-pointer. It's good.
And this is when Jeff Green's
Jason
injury really
Tatum's
kicks your
got
ass.
40.
Wonder
Because Jeff
how
Green
many
faced the floor
are
and
on
he played
Durant
defense. But
and how many are
he's
on
not playing with the
everybody
series.
else.
So now we got to rely on
Answers
Blake
with a
Griffin and
three-pointer.
Claxton
And I'm
to,
Still
like,
a long
come
way
up
to go,
big.
but they're up 14.
Claxton's a
Kemba
rookie,
Walker,
so I give him
three-pointer.
a pass at certain things.
Oh, on the
But
foul,
Blake,
Tristan
my
Thompson
man, this
does
is
it again.
we are what?
9
I wanna
offensive
say
rebounds,
10th year in the
19
league.
points, 13
Come
boards
on, bro.
overall. Harden the step back and the foul. James Harden with a
Bruh,
chance for
you
a
had one
4-point
player
play.
no playing. Your whole team fell apart.
Harden.
No, I
Corner
said that.
three-pointer. That's
Like,
good.
really, the only
James
people who
Harden.
showed up was Harden
Now with
and
33
KD.
points. That's his sixth
Kyrie
three-pointer,
was
make
like,
that 36
you
points
ever
for Harden.
seen RDC World video?
Irving, long
RDC
distance.
World, the guy who makes fun of
Kyrie
LeBron
Irving drills the
when things
three-pointer.
happen?
And Brad Stevens
Pretty
calls
much Kyrie
timeout.
became
When you talk
what he
blocking
isn't
out and somebody
in
actually
that meme. That quiet guy who's sitting in the corner in the darkness
Tatum
like,
against Irving. Tatum turns, fires, connects. Jason Tatum.
that man did not come to play today.
Shot clock
The
down
crowd
to
got
9.
to him.
Pass inside to Brown. Bruce Brown throws it back out.
Joe Harris
Irving's
started
open,
off
left
hot,
corner
but
three.
then he
It's
started
good.
isolating and they
Kyrie
stopped
Irving
feeding
with
it.
a couple of big threes here in the fourth.
Blake Griffin-
And it's back to 7.
again.
Blake
get the
Griffin and
switch
our
that
other
you
big
like
just did not box out Tristan
and
Thompson.
take advantage of it.
That's another
Tatum
thing.
gets
Tristan
inside
Thompson
and
was
banks
able to
it
go
home.
crazy
He's
today.
unstoppable
And that could
right
never
now.
happen ever again.
Against the team with 3 elite closers.
Like, I'm pointing out
Somebody's
exactly
got
why
one
we
who's got
lost.
The ball kicks it out. Fournier, three-pointer. It's
Evan
good.
Fournier will get hit.
Evan Fournier. A
Fournier
big
will get
bucket
hit.
for Boston. This guy on the floor with rebounds.
I'm not even mad about that.
Walker off the bounce. Foul
But
line
really-
jumper. Got it.
I'm even okay with Kemba scoring. But
Shot
Marcus
clock
Smart
ending.
and Tristan cannot go off on you.
Smart the drive. Tough shot for Smart is up and good.
Fournier and Kemba are allowed to have fun.
12-point game with under 3
Tatum
to
can get
play.
his. Just make sure it's not 50. But Smart
Harden
and
for
Tristan
three.
Thompson should not be having
Puts it
career
in.
nights on you.
Walker. Up top, Tatum. Durant, the long reach. Tatum crossover, pull-up jumper. It's good. 50 points for Jason Tatum.
This is when Steve Nash coaching inexperience shows up. At this point, you should start running sets for your other players. So it's not ISO.
Putting the Celtics on his back.
But I say it right now, because I said it before. I don't know if you heard me when I said it. We should have lost by a lot more, honestly. We should have lost by a lot more. The fact we only lost by, like, what, 5 or 6? It's really something.
Here in Atlanta, the first playoff game, State Farm Arena since 2017.
Sunday, mark my words, we're winning.
He could be on
we're blowing them out Sunday.
Restriction. He played through a significant amount of pain in Game 2, Noel, and right away, what happens, right? A point at the
an L is an L,
for the Atlanta.
And that's okay. Like I said, I'm okay with losing. I'm just pointing out why we lost the game, but it's okay because we're gonna win on Sunday. The Lakers lost their game 1, and you know what happened? They won 2 straight. We lost 1 game. We're gonna win 2 straight and go on to the Bucks, unless they just shit the bed and lose like 4 straight to the Heat. But that's not gonna happen because the Heat suck right now. We're fine. There is no panic in Brooklyn. The only people panicking are the dumbass fans on Reddit, who clearly were not Net fans last season. Like, niggas got off the train, their first time in the playoffs. We lost? Yeah. Yeah, we lost. How? They scored more than us. Everyone on this team fucking sucks. Okay, yeah, this is your first time here. Trade Harden. Okay, yeah, you're new. And I'm being dead serious. Go to the Reddit page right now. Reddit/GoNets. There's idiots in the game topic just going absolutely bonkers.
Hawks.
Barrett back out to Gibson, now Rose.
The fact they really doxed Chris is funny though.
Rose with a mid-range jumper.
I did go earlier.
Kicks it to the 3.
Like in those game day topics, you can tell who's a real fan and who just showed up like last week.
This year, but missed on that one. Young in a rush with the left, got it. Wow, what a blur down the floor.
Talked about the Knicks season being built largely on Tom Thibodeau's defense. And if you can get Trae Young downhill early, look out.
Okay, hold on. I don't have my headphones on for this game. But tell me, I can't see the downvotes because I'm not following. Oh, so you can't see the actual ratings. Yeah, I know on my thing I was like plus 10. Because, like, again, I've been on that Reddit for years. Like, I got several big topics on that Reddit page. But I'm just saying, like, Chris came in there trying to troll. And in things like that, if you come trying to troll, they're going to find out who you are immediately. And once they found out he was a Thunder fan, that was it for him. Like, on sports Reddit pages, when it's playoff time, people don't waste time. They just see, like, who you actually root for and go off that. At least that's what I do. Like, I check your page, I see who your alliance goes to, and that right there let me know if I should respond or not. Like, if I go to a topic and I see there's a Knicks fan talking shit, I'm just like, don't worry, it must be a tough life. And I just walk away.
Let's miss back and put it home. Bench Doris right now. On defense, Young draws the foul, counted.
But Blade, can you hear the crowd in this one? Cause I know on the TV I really couldn't hear the crowd like that. Hold on.
Rose aggressive at the off to 8. Young kicks it out.
Or does it sound like faint?
His floater is good.
Yeah, look, even here you can hear it. They lower down the crowd noise. Like the announcer's on level 200, and the crowd's like on like level 30.
Hunter again got to.
And you're not going to tell me like Atlanta's that low.
First step. Touched on it 5 weeks out.
It's faint. All right, so I'm not bugging that.
No, puts it on the deck and gets to the cup.
Boy, Derrick Rose is starting to simmer. Young roller hits Capella for the slam.
Yeah, because I was telling Chris on that earlier, and he was like, "Your TV must be busted." And like, no, it's not. Like, it's low.
Here's Kevin Huerter, who just came into the ball game, as did Gallinari. Good sign for the Hawks as Gallo drills the three.
Because the thing is, even if like
Herder
the
kicks
video
it out.
from the
Great
Garden
ball
for Game 3
movement
that
by
we watched,
Atlanta.
even that was low.
Gallinari to Herder, who finds the baseline three and knocks it down.
Look at these guys.
Touches that Hill just had. But listen,
Play with the
take
one
three,
bit,
Herder
number
is
one.
Excellent shooter.
This man trying to
He
start
averaged
bid
12
wars. You
points
better
a
say
game during the
yikes.
regular season, boy. Derrick Rose making it look like a drip. Young across the midcourt line as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Another deep three. This one drops.
But for this game, though,
Back-to-back
after what
possessions,
happened last game,
multiple efforts,
the Hawks are going to go
excellent
crazy.
help.
The Hawks should have won last game, honestly, but they just completely fell apart.
You turn
So
it
this
over.
game, they just came out angry and whatnot.
Randall gets it.
And from what I saw from the box score, because I only watched the halftime, because the net game came on,
His dad,
only D Rose showed
playground
up.
legend, a.k.a.
I'm poor right now, so he could win this time.
Hits the three. Lou Williams
But
with
pretty
the
much this
basketball,
game
the
just followed
three-time
exactly what I was
six-man of the
saying
year.
last
And
night as
Lou
well.
Williams, he's like throwing it in the microwave, man. He's gonna
The
get
Knicks
hot
don't
real
go
quick.
anywhere if Julius Randle forgets how to play basketball this week. And that's what's happening. You're not going to win basketball games in the playoffs with Derrick Rose.
Quickly draws the contact and count it.
With Derrick Rose only being your
Bogdanovich has yet to
main
in the ball
scorer.
game. Been one of the
As
hottest
Don
shooters
said
in
in
the
the
NBA
Discord
in the last
chat.
20 games of the regular
Help him.
season. Lou Williams with his
Help
second
this
field
man.
goal there.
Only opportunistic with three. And in the modern NBA, the more prolific you
Because
are as
up
a
until
team,
what
the
I
more
finished
dangerous
watching
you
at,
are.
Derrick Rose is the only guy who came to play.
Yeah, at 27. Williams with the floater. That's 3 field goals quickly for Lou Will. And now with the Knicks, Bogdanovich closely guarded on the wing. Deep three by Young. Splash. Wow. Young across the midcourt line.
I want to see how they come out next
probing.
game, though.
Gets it back. A little pitch game with Collins. And there's that alley-oop.
I think even Roach agreed when I made that point. For the Knicks to win this series,
Bogdanovich
Julius
trying to get
Randle got to
open
play
and being
basketball.
dogged defensively by Bullock. Young kicks it out
Like,
to
you
a
could have
wide
a
open
top-rated
Collins.
defense,
The side pocket
But
three
if you can't
is
score,
good.
there's no point.
Boy, they continue to make Julius Randle play in a crowd. A long two by Young.
This man Trey going crazy.
Trey Young with 14. Got a mismatch here, although Randle, a good defender, they'll switch with him. Young with the drive by the line. Capella with the punch.
Give them credit. I said it. They're running 3 defenders at him. Gallo's got him now, Julius. And he's got the length to close any separation Julius creates.
Hunter.
So how is that not a foul? But
Atlanta
the Marcus Smart
exploding
thing was a
here
foul.
in the second quarter. Rose
Like,
at
that's
the
what I
other
don't
end,
understand.
Stopping the hemorrhaging temporarily.
Defensive plan against Julius has been to play him like a guard at the 4 position, not let him isolate or get his rhythm with the dribble. If he gets to a certain spot on the floor, get underneath.
So are the
him.
Knicks really trying to play protect the paint right now? When the Hawks are
Julius
clearly going to
admitted
shoot
the
threes
noise
in
at
them?
MSG got to him a bit in game 1. You wonder how much this first away playoff crowd is impacting him as well. Mark DB.
Yeah, working against Rose. Good help by Gibson on that 2-man game. The lob for Capella with the left hand.
Wow. You know, they're not like Joe
I'll be on God of War, let
Harris
me know.
level shooters.
Probably like 15, 10 minutes. Because after this, we're going to go to the Maverick game. Then I switch to Cold War. But I asked you, alright?
Got into the paint, and there's that floater that has been on. He's got 16. Good defense by
I'm not going to
Hunter.
spend so much time on this shit.
Collins switches on to Rose.
Because it's
and
double
Rose
XP weekend.
hits nothing but
This is
board.
the Rose team now. Fuck
Rose
Randall.
hits that three.
That's what I was saying
He's
earlier,
down
but
to
nicer.
13 for Atlanta.
Like,
Young with a nice in and out.
I've been
move.
saying it for the last 2 games.
Is on
The Knicks are not going to win this series if D Rose is
And a
your
nice
only scorer.
impact in this ball game.
Randall
The
had to
Hawks
show
lead
up. If Randall
by
forgets how to play
15.
basketball, game's already over.
Rose with the floater. He's the
F your
guy
top
that's
rated
really doing a
defense.
lot of the heavy lifting offensively for the New York Knicks.
Like, I saw the box score. We got to turn the game off at
Cross
halftime
court
when
to
that game
Hunter.
came on.
Tough foul line jumper.
D Rose has 30. Everyone else
Played through the
has
contact
what?
and got it to- You don't see that play too often where it bounces right back.
Back
up
to
into
just
the
say
hoop.
this.
Bogdanovich. Reverse layup is good. His second field goal. He's got 5 in the ball game.
There are no
Herder
McGriddles
on
in
the wing,
Canada.
off the screen by Collins.
there's no
Bogdanovich,
McGriddle.
quick catch and shoot.
Then again, I think I only went to McDonald's once in Canada, so I don't even know.
69-63.
But you guys have
The words out of
poutine.
my mouth, making good trouble. The
That's a good
famous
trade-off.
John Lewis Steak.
McGriddles for
And
poutine.
the Knicks now starting to make some shots. 2 for 13, but he's got 14, and he keeps competing defensively.
Bogdanovich drew the contact, got the follow. Coach of the year.
I'll take that
Monty
trade-off.
Williams.
That's a fair one to me.
Herder deep three. Good show by Bogdanovich. They switch. Rose kicks it corner quickly. Got by Williams and too late for Capella.
So tell me, as a Knicks fan,
Bogdanovich one more.
how did the Knicks win this series minus telling Julius Randle to shoot the ball effectively?
Three-time sixth man of the year, wide open like that. Rose inside over the big man.
That is a big-time shot right there.
He's not jumping high anymore or killing you with speed. He likened it to chess.
They win,
saying
but he
lost
sucks.
his queen early in the game, but fought
Knicks
back
would
to
not
get
be
one
where they
of
are
the
if-
points down the board.
You know what's funny?
Knicks
I
have an
said that
opportunity.
during the game.
Down by
Before I changed the
14,
channel.
Young into the paint.
I pretty much said
Contact only six.
Rose is the Knicks. Without Rose, GG.
Numbers of 5-on-4. Herder pulls.
Maybe we even made the playoffs. If Randall plays good, they win. But he sucks. What, Don? Are you crazy?
Obi Toppin.
Wait, what?
Here's Hunter working against
Out of
Rose.
pocket.
Good help by Toppin. Back
Are you trying to say
Gallinari
that
for
without
three.
Derrick Rose, they make the playoffs?
17-point advantage. Burks lobs it up high, and Toppin with a classy finish. Young out top. Great cross.
No, they
pass
don't.
off the dribble. And welcome
To my memory.
where the players play.
Okay, to my memory of the regular
Randle
season.
and R.J. Barrett.
The Knicks were, D Rose was like the bench commander pretty much. The season turned around for the better when they got D Rose.
He gave a great response about the spitting incident at MSG, saying basically,
Yes.
listen, I expect.
A lot of poise and aplomb for a guy that hasn't been in the league all that long. His third year.
If they make the playoffs, it's sure the fuck ain't the 4 seed. I'll tell you that right now.
The questions will rain down on the Knicks and their coaching staff about their impotent offense.
All right, hold on. Before I even go to the next game. What? Derrick Rose is the reason why the Knicks are literally where they are. Derrick Rose was pretty much the main part of the second unit that they needed. Without Derrick Rose, they don't go to the playoffs. If they do, it's no higher than the 7th seed. And I'll put money on that. The Knicks being the playing game. In this universe, they would have to keep Austin Rivers. And he would have to keep going off. Nerlens Rose shot 2 shots, but 12 free throws. That's because that man was getting bodied. Were you not watching the first half of the game at least? That man was getting bodied. He already had like a bad foot or bad ankle. Anytime he got touched, he was on the ground. Okay, he doesn't watch. Oh yeah, a 4 seed is now going to make the playoffs without D Rose. Accurate take. They definitely would have been swept if he wasn't here, buddy. Okay, so Chris. All right, in this situation. All right, so in this alternate universe, right? Let's play a game. In this universe, D Rose is no longer on the Knicks, but now it's Austin Rivers. What seed are they? Okay, so they're in the playing game. All right, that's all I want to know. And just to be fair, all the other injuries across the league still happens. So not Lonzo. So LaMelo still gets hurt, and that screws over the Hornets. The trade still happens. LeVert still had the cancer in his kidney, and he misses so much time. The only change is D Rose for Austin Rivers. Which I guess also means in its alternate universe, D Rose is somewhere else still. And Austin Rivers is not on the Nuggets. I guess that's the only alternative change in this universe. D Rose goes someplace else. The AFC have to play in first. Yeah, they would win. Meaning they would face the Wizards or Indy. They lose to the Pacers. For sure. Huh? No, I get what y'all trying to say. Wait, so the Knicks without D Rose beat the Pacers? They won the season series against the Pacers. Out of curiosity, is that with LeVert or without LeVert? Because either way, LeVert won't be playing, but yeah. Also, Don, we're going to go on Cold War. So if you want to join us, I guess you could boot up. Because after this video, we're just going to start the party and whatnot. I believe it's me, Jamela, Blade, Chris, if you have to get to download it in time, Roach. Matter of fact, that's 5, I think. My game is done. No LeVert. I'm going to destroy you. Man. I'm going to lose to Chris. That's tough. Nah, bro. Shut up. The last time you were so adamant about a 1v1, you lost 11-1, and your one kill was me laughing at you. They won this season, the series against the Hawks too, and they're down 2-1.
Early May, but he is in the starting lineup again tonight for the Mavericks.
We can keep this conversation going while I try to
best
finish
of
this shit
7.
off.
And here is Doncic, 5 for 26 in his last 3 playoff games. If you go back to the disappointment of Game 7 against Denver last year.
So this game was another hot start that didn't turn out the way they hoped.
Doncic against George. Now on the
because
switch,
if I was
this is
watching
what
the score for the net
happened in
game,
and Luka's got all
son,
5 for the Mavs.
wasn't the score like 20-2 or some shit like that?
Here's Doncic again.
Or not.
Sent from behind the arc in the series.
Like this man Luka came out to play.
The Clippers on the board.
And I like that
30-11.
George. If your jumper's not falling, and if you're not Luka Doncic, make them all. Luka, what's going on? And let's just get a thought out or something.
Finney Smith with the miss. Dallas with a 10-point lead. Here's Jackson who got the start tonight. Gets the basket against Doncic.
Wait, game 1 of what?
During the regular season at 15 points in a Game 2 loss. Porzingis.
I mean this game, Game 3.
Doncic with the assist.
Is not something that is sustainable. I think the entire world knows that, but you can't just hope that they cool down. Like that, you got to get on somebody. You
What do you guys mean in
wide
actual
open for
chat?
3.
Leonard hasn't taken a shot yet. Batum up top, way short. Mavs ball with a 15-point lead. Midway through the first, pull up 3, Hardaway. It's there. George penetrating.
Okay, I just read up. I
Around to
just told you guys
Jackson,
talking
corner
about
3, and finally the
Bruh.
Clippers with their first triple. Paul George from about 18 feet off the heel. Offensive rebound, Leonard. And Kawhi with his first official field goal attempt of the game. He was fouled earlier on a
Let's assume the Clippers lose.
Defense. Maybe
does Kawhi really leave?
Trouble. Take some starts out of their offense.
Do y'all think Kawhi's really going to leave if they lose?
Reverse layup for Leonard.
Make them work on the defensive end. Make them take some effort on that end of the floor because now
Paul George has to stay because they gave him that giant contract. But I believe Kawhi can walk this season.
9 straight points here by the Clippers. Paul George makes it 11 in a row, and they got it down to single digits. Hardaway with the miss. Again, this is coming here, this run with Luka Doncic on the bench. Paul George's 3, good, and it's a 14-0 run by L.A. Who's going to stop the bleeding? Josh Richardson will with the mid-range jumper.
A lot of people were comparing last year's Dallas Mavericks team and just, believing that this was a more favorable matchup. But I stand by it. This Dallas team is better as you see Kawhi Leonard knock down another 3.
Doncic on the switch again has
How much did Paul George get today?
He has owned Zubac so far in the series. There's that step back 3. Of course.
He's looking for his step back jumper. Zubac has to get in and make him a driver.
14 points for Doncic. Here's Leonard working against Finney Smith. 6 of 6 for Kawhi Leonard.
Made up for lost time.
Doncic again off the glass and good. Luka 6 of 8 from the floor. He's got 16 points.
Also, when did Luka start getting hurt?
Doncic, beautiful move, but he missed the shot. Clippers on the drive. It's Paul George in LA.
They go out the game. The offense can really kind of slip a little bit.
Like
so
these are
opportunities for the Clippers to get going.
They have the lead. Paul George with his second 3-pointer. Have taken the lead for the first time tonight.
If that's the case, then they better ice this man or get this guy an icy hot or do something ASAP. If he ain't scoring,
reserves in the entire NBA this year. And he's got championship experience in college, won 2 titles at Villanova. George takes it to the rim this time. And Paul George starting to heat up. The lead all scores, tying him with Doncic. Kleber wide open. Good feed by Brunson, setting up Kleber for the great pass to Leonard for the dunk. Kawhi 7 of 7 from the floor.
In this series.
Clippers trying to avoid an 0-3 hole. Paul George again.
Okay.
So he won it with San Antonio in 2014 and Toronto in 2019. I know it's a different situation here. As Leonard drives and finishes, he's 8 for 8 from the floor.
See one drop. Curious to see if that'll kind of have an effect on his outside shot, just getting a little bit of a rhythm.
Luka down the lane.
I'm going to put it in Discord.
That's one of the things I don't know that people know about Luka. Paulie Stein comes to set the screen and get Zubac on Luka on the switch. Doncic spinning, hitting. Luka's got 26.
18 for 24 in the first half. That's just ungodly numbers. I know we talked about Luka's numbers.
Either do that or do this.
Ultimately, they're going to have to, if you're the Dallas Mavericks, you're going to have to slow down.
Clippers led by 4 towards the end of the first half, trailing by 19 in the first quarter. Jackson, who started the game, has played very well. There's Doncic.
Nope.
Good ball movement by the Mavs. Another wide open 3, and Kleber knocks it down.
So we'll see how much that'll factor into the second half here of this pivotal game 3 tonight.
And George, Noah Ibaka in this game as Doncic is fouled. Count the basket. 28 for Luka.
Is big for the Clippers. You need to get him going as this series progresses.
Look at the next score on top.
Look at 18 for 24, and Luka just.
Oh man.
Largest lead for the Clippers. We're at the midway point of the third quarter. Step back 2. Doncic on the money. 34 points for Luka. Shot clock at 4. Elbow J goes down for Kleber.
Yeah,
so that's back-to-back buckets for Dallas.
Combined 7 for 7 from the free throw line. You can't get more efficient or higher level than that.
We confused everyone by saying you had to download Warzone.
5.
We typed Warzone and all of a sudden everyone said, wait, we're playing Warzone?
Batum, Paulie Stein, a lot of contact. And that's 4 on Paul George. Shot clock down to 4. Man going to take it, driving at Richardson. Off the back of the rim and in. Overcame a 30-11 first quarter deficit. And that was with about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. They came back as Rondo buries a three.
Had fourth quarter leads in the postseason before, especially last year. So how they can go on the road right now and try and pull it out, this is going to set a lot about them. But Brunson,
big three by Brunson. Here they drafted Luka Doncic. He was the 33rd overall pick. Third of round 2. Doncic, the third pick in round 1 by Atlanta, and then traded as Paul George. Hits the short jumper, giving him 29 points. 22 years old. Working against Rondo. Shot clock at 4. Forces that one up. Got his own miss and sticks it back up and in.
That's where he has advantage. We've already seen him post up Rondo. We saw him post up Patrick Beverly. It's tough. You don't want to leave those guys on an island.
Kawhi Leonard drills another three. What a night for Leonard. Clock down to
Playoff
4.
our way.
Luka, step back 3.
If that's really your playoff logo, you may want to change that because it ain't looking so good your way.
Doncic.
I'm not going to lie, with how refs are calling games tonight, I don't know how that spin-off wasn't a foul.
I think he's just fine, and you're going to guard him just like that.
Because it seemed like tonight, once you hit the ground,
the 3-point lead for the Clippers. Open 3, Morris got it. Marcus Morris inside the arc.
Like tonight, they were calling
that's
everything.
The big reason why they're down 6. They're not getting a lot of easy buckets. Rondo, too easy, all the way to the rim. The Clippers have their largest lead of the night, 34-22. Mavs are still shooting better than 50% from 3, yet they trail for the first time in this series. Morris corner 3, same spot, same shot, it goes down, and the lead is 10, the largest of the night for LA. Boy, even though Finney Smith got the putback, where is Porzingis? Former All-Star, just 8 points, 3 of 9 from the floor, only 3 rebounds. Leonard, boy, just muscles, because Morris got called for his 5th foul. The next foul on the Clippers will put Dallas at the line for the rest of the game. Kleber's 3.
Number 13.
So a big triple by
Morris number
Kleber.
again.
That's consistent help right now.
Hold me in the corner.
He's 6 of 11 at the line. The rest of the team is 4 for 4 at the line. Morris hits another 3.
He points to the bench.
No, it was not.
Then they get angry at him. Then he comes back and fouls Luka.
Clippers are back in the series.
Man had 44 with a hurt shoulder. Damn. What's the game today? It's 4 games today. It's the Heat at 1:30. I guess the Wizards play today.
Yo, last time I was on Mike, I had a fresh cut.
I guess it's probably the Lakers too.
So what? Same rules apply. So
I just know that Heat play at 1:30, and yeah.
I think I'm top 5.
That's if you wake up in time to watch it.
Top 5.
Why do I want to watch them get swept?
Okay, no way. I'm on that ball. Why did I bother to say that?
Oh, yikes. It is skipping frames like crazy. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to end and then bring it right back. That's wild.